The future of money is being written right now. And at the center of it is a surprising partnership: artificial intelligence and sustainable investing. On one side, you have the biggest challenge of our time: how to build wealth while protecting the planet. On the other, the most powerful technology humanity has ever created: AI, capable of processing data faster than any human mind, spotting patterns no analyst could see, and predicting risks before they happen. Together, they're reshaping the way money moves. For decades, investors asked a simple question: how much profit will this bring me? Now, a new question is rising: what kind of world will this profit create? AI is supercharging that shift. From scanning millions of climate reports to flagging companies hiding pollution, from predicting the next big clean energy breakthrough to exposing greenwashing in annual reports, AI is becoming the sharpest tool in sustainable finance. The result: a new generation of investors who aren't just chasing returns, but demanding responsibility. This isn't just about saving the planet. It's about building the future of wealth itself. Picture this. An investor sits at her desk, staring at reports from dozens of companies. Each one promises sustainability. Each one claims to be green. But behind the glossy marketing, which companies are real, and which are just greenwashing? On her own, she could never know. But with AI, she doesn't have to guess. Algorithms scan thousands of pages of corporate filings, news articles, and even satellite images of factory sites. They detect inconsistencies, spot hidden pollution, and flag when a company's actions don't match its promises. In seconds, what used to take months is laid out clearly: which businesses are truly sustainable, and which are just selling an image. This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. Financial firms are using AI-powered tools to cut through the noise and find companies that actually reduce emissions, use renewable energy, and build long-term value. And here's the kicker: those companies often aren't just better for the planet. They're better investments too. Firms with genuine sustainability strategies tend to outperform over the long run because they're prepared for the future instead of clinging to the past. AI isn't just helping investors feel good about their choices. It's helping them make smarter, more profitable ones. Nowhere is this more powerful than in clean energy. Solar panels, wind farms, electric grids. These industries are exploding, but they're also unpredictable. Weather shifts, energy demand fluctuates, technology evolves at lightning speed. This is where AI steps in. Imagine trying to predict how much solar energy an entire region will generate next month. It depends on cloud cover, seasonal shifts, consumer demand, even dust levels in the atmosphere. For a human analyst, it's overwhelming. For AI, it's simple. By processing millions of data points, AI can forecast production with uncanny accuracy. That means investors know which projects will succeed before others even see the opportunity. Wind farms are another example. AI analyzes wind speeds across decades of weather patterns, terrain data, and maintenance costs to pinpoint the most profitable locations. The result? Smarter investment decisions, less wasted money, and faster growth for renewable power. And here's the ripple effect. Every accurate prediction doesn't just boost profits, it accelerates the clean energy transition. More efficient solar, more reliable wind, more confidence for investors who might otherwise hesitate. AI isn't just supercharging sustainable investing. It's turning renewable energy into a financial powerhouse, one forecast at a time. But AI isn't just about chasing opportunities. It's also about avoiding disasters. For decades, investors have underestimated climate risk. Hurricanes, droughts, wildfires. These weren't built into financial models. A company could look strong on paper and collapse overnight when a flood wiped out its supply chain. AI changes that. By analyzing decades of weather data, satellite images, insurance claims, and even soil moisture readings, AI can predict where climate events are most likely to strike and how severe the impact could be. That means investors can see which companies are most exposed before the disaster happens. A factory sitting in a flood zone? A crop business facing historic drought? A power plant vulnerable to wildfires? AI highlights the risk, and investors move their money accordingly. This isn't just protecting portfolios. It's sending a message. Companies that ignore climate resilience lose capital. Companies that prepare for the future attract it. And the ripple effect is massive. Money flows away from the fragile and into the resilient. Capital rewards responsibility. Suddenly, preparing for climate risk isn't just ethical, it's profitable. In this way, AI isn't just a tool for investors. It's a lever pushing entire industries towards smarter, safer, more sustainable practices. Because in the new era of money, ignoring climate risk isn't just bad for the planet. It's bad business. But here's a problem. Not every company telling a green story is actually green. Enter greenwashing. Corporations know investors are hungry for sustainability, so they publish glossy reports, add a few buzzwords like carbon neutral or eco-friendly, and hope no one looks deeper. On the surface, they look like heroes. Underneath, they're still burning coal, cutting corners, or outsourcing pollution where no one checks. That's where AI becomes a truth teller. Algorithms now scan financial filings, environmental reports, supply chain data, even satellite photos of factories and shipping routes. They look for mismatches between what a company says and what it does. If a company claims it cut emissions by 20%, but its raw fuel imports have gone up, AI finds it. If a clothing brand boasts about sustainable fabrics, but data shows rising waste in landfills, AI spots the contradiction. And investors take notice. Money flows away from the pretenders and into businesses actually walking the talk. For decades, greenwashing fooled the market. But with AI as the watchdog, the mask is slipping. Because in this new era, trust is data-driven. And the companies that fake sustainability won't just lose credibility, they'll lose capital. For years, sustainable investing felt like a game only billion-dollar funds could play. Ordinary people wanted to invest responsibly, but the information gap was enormous. Which companies were truly green? Which funds actually made an impact? Unless you had a team of analysts, it was almost impossible to know. AI is changing that. Today, apps powered by artificial intelligence can scan thousands of companies and instantly show you which align with your values. Want to avoid fossil fuels? Want to support renewable energy or ethical labor practices? With a few taps, AI filters your portfolio so your dollars match your beliefs. Even robo-advisors are evolving. They don't just recommend index funds anymore. They can tailor investments based on sustainability goals, balancing risk and return with data that was once locked away in corporate vaults. This means everyday investors, teachers, students, workers with modest savings, now have access to the same tools once reserved for Wall Street. And that levels the playing field in a way we've never seen before. The result? More people investing with confidence. More capital flowing into companies solving real problems, and more pressure on industries that refuse to evolve. AI isn't just supercharging Wall Street. It's putting sustainable investing into the hands of everyone. Because the future of money won't just be built by the wealthy few. It will be built by millions of ordinary people with extraordinary tools. But let's be clear, AI isn't magic, and it isn't perfect. For all its power, artificial intelligence can still go wrong. Algorithms are built by people, and people carry biases. If the data fed into AI is flawed, the predictions will be flawed too. Garbage in, garbage out, only at lightning speed. There's also a danger in blind trust. When investors start believing that AI models can't fail, they stop questioning. That's when bubbles form. That's when risk hides in plain sight. Consider this. An AI tool might flag a company as sustainable because its reports look good on paper. But if the underlying data was manipulated, the system could still be fooled. Or worse, a company might appear safe financially, but a sudden policy change or geopolitical crisis could flip the script overnight. No algorithm can predict the future with certainty. And here's the bigger risk: over-reliance. If every investor uses the same AI signals, money could flood into the same places at once, distorting prices and creating new imbalances. AI is a tool, a powerful one, but it's not a crystal ball. It can guide decisions, but it can't replace wisdom, skepticism, and human judgment. Because the truth is, technology alone won't save us. It has to be paired with discipline, values, and the courage to see beyond the numbers. Here's where it all comes together. On their own, humans are limited. We get overwhelmed by data, swayed by emotions, blinded by short-term thinking. On its own, AI is powerful but cold. It can crunch numbers, but it can't choose values. It can see patterns, but it can't decide what truly matters. But together, that's the revolution. AI provides clarity. It processes millions of data points, spots risks, and highlights opportunities no human could see. Humans provide judgment. We choose what goals to prioritize, what trade-offs to accept, what kind of future we actually want to build. That partnership is creating a new standard for investing, one where profit and responsibility aren't enemies but allies, where companies that exploit the planet lose capital, and companies that protect it gain momentum, where investors can demand both returns and resilience. And the impact reaches far beyond Wall Street, because when trillions of dollars flow toward sustainable businesses, the entire economy shifts. Cleaner energy, smarter infrastructure, fairer supply chains. The story of money is being rewritten, not just by algorithms and not just by ideals, but by the union of both. This is what it means when we say AI is supercharging sustainable investing. It's not about choosing between profit or purpose. It's about proving we can finally have both. So here's the choice. You can keep investing the old way, chasing short-term profits, ignoring long-term risks, pretending that money exists in a vacuum. And maybe you'll win for a while. But in the end, you'll be betting against the future. Or you can step into the new era. An era where artificial intelligence doesn't just crunch numbers, it shines a light on what really matters. An era where sustainable investing isn't charity, it's strategy. Where building wealth and building a better world finally align. Because here's the truth. Capital is power. Every dollar you invest is a vote for the kind of future you believe in. And with AI, those votes can be smarter, sharper, and more impactful than ever before. The world is shifting. Companies that adapt will thrive. Companies that resist will fade. And the investors who see this shift early will not only profit, they'll lead. So ask yourself, will you be one of them? Because the best investments aren't just the ones that make you rich today. They're the ones that make sure there's still a world worth living in tomorrow. AI has opened the door. Sustainable investing is the path. The rest is up to you.